Hello everyone, Wrecker here. Wrecker runs DC Universe Online. Coming at you today with Rage tank loadout and build for 2020. I shared a loadout before, but I did not share the build. So today I'll be going into my skill point allocation, artifacts I use, and explaining why I do what I do as a Rage tank. More in-depth look. Before was the 099 version. Today you'll get the 300 level class on Rage tank. So we'll go ahead and start with our point allocation. I always go into my movement mode first. I use flight. You want to make sure you at least go down and get the stun resistance, which is plus 10%, and the restraint resistance, which keeps you from being encased or rooted. Those are essential to me no matter what, if you're playing damage or you're being a tank. Those are big time needed. After you get those, I'll go into my weapon and make sure that I get a combo that I can regen some power. I use one-handed, so I make sure I get enough to get this flurry. It builds up a little bit of power and it does a little bit of damage while I'm in between my powers as a tank. That way I can regen some of my own power back. Sometimes the controller doesn't dump you power, so it's good to be able to regen some of your own power. So after I have my movement mode and my weapon, then I go straight into my stat point allocation. You got to go down the middle, so you want to make sure you get that 5% dominance, resto, and bite. It's also, as a tank, it's really a 10% boost because dominance is always double whatever it shows on your armor and tank roll. So that's a 10% boost in dominance right there, which is great. I use severe punishment, so I get damage right here. Any other tank, I would not do this, but for a Rage tank, and because of the way the powers work, I get 10% critical attack chance damage. You've got to put 20 somewhere before you can get to the bottom. I choose to put my 20 there. I think it helps you. Well, I know it does. You get bigger heals back from severe punishment by having that there, and that's the whole reason I do it. Now, the next, you may not have 485 skill points. Ever how many skill points you have left after allocating those, you want to dump into dominance first. Get all the dominance you can. If you can max it out, max it out. It's what makes you a tank. Puts lead in your pencil. Makes your pull stronger, your shield stronger. It just makes you hold aggression better. Everything you've got left, put in to dominance. Once you're done with that, I go with health with the rest of mine. It's really, a lot of people will say restoration, but as a Rage tank, it's not about, you're not really healing yourself. You're replicating the damage you just took. So restoration is not a big deal. To me, it's more important for you to have your health really high. And because of one of the artifacts I use, I put the remaining stat points I have into health. Now, that was a stat point allocation. Now going to my loadout and rotation. I've shared it before, but like I say, that was kind of the 099 version. This is the 300 level class this morning. I start with my loadout from left to right in the order I'm going to use it. I use Ragebringer first. It's a pull that's a really strong pull, brings everything to me, but more importantly, besides bringing stuff to me, it refreshes aggression, gives me aggro, makes the ads or the boss pay attention to me instead of the group. Next power, severe punishment. It activates your rage buff, and for 8 seconds you're going to heal back a percentage of the damage that you take. That's why you don't block as a Rage tank. You just go all out attacking, and all that, not all, but a majority of the damage you take back. If you don't rage crash, you're going to heal that back. If you do rage crash, all that damage you're going to take at once, and you're probably going to die no matter how good your healer is. Next is remorseless recovery. That's why I go into damage, because percentage of the damage I do, I'm going to get that back in healing. Plus it cuts my rage crash penalty severely. If you have this up and you do rage crash, you won't die. It'll keep you from dying. It severely reduces the rage crash penalty, so it's essential to me. Those two are, they work hand in hand. Weapon combos, when you're about to rage crash, you see that on the icon's right shoulder, that black line. It's your left side. When your meter gets about right there, don't listen to the heartbeat because it'll fool you. But when your meter gets about right there, that's when you want to crash your rage. Stop your rage crash from happening. I use a eviscerating chain to do that. I'll use it on a square button so that I can combo it easier because it's a melee combo to do this little extra attack, which extends your window to keep you from rage crashing. And to me, that's essential as a rage tank. In my other slot, a lot of people would use Without Mercy. I do not. I use Ire because it's a universal for everyone in my group. It breaks them out and gives them immunity. Yeah, I don't use it for that. It's just one of the added benefits. I use it in case I'm stuck and I need to stop myself from rage crashing, or I need to get out of a situation. It'll break me free and give me immunity. When I don't have Severe Punishment and Remorseful Recovery up, I've got Redirect Rage up, and I go right into that after I use the Eviscerating Chain to stop myself from rage crashing. And I'm going to go crazy with weapon combos after I put up Redirect Rage until it's about halfway on cooldown. Then I'm going to go right back into Severe Punishment. And I'm about to show you this in action now against Starro here. I'm not going to be able to knock Starro out as a tank because I don't, spec is not, my job's not to do that. But if I've done this right, he's not going to knock me out either. But you'll see. Oh, I didn't go over real quick before I go in there my artifacts and why I use these artifacts. Everyman Prototype, this is why I put the extra skill points I have left after Dominance into health. Because if I get hit and it takes my health down to 75, you see the different scales. The best ones are 30. If it goes down 30% or lower, 12% of my max health is converted to defense. So the higher my health is, the more max defense I'm going to get there in that oh crap moment when I need it. And I think that's essential. So that's why after Dominance I go into health. Now you could use a different artifact here. That one's up for debate. These other two I think are not up to debate. They're essential for you as a rage tank, and not only as a rage tank, as any tank. The first one's a Mystic Symbol of the 7. When you're hit by an enemy, increase your defense for 5% for each enemy within 5 yards. You get increased healing by 10, and you regenerate a small amount of health. It's just great. It's really good. I mean, it's going to help you as a tank. All those things are going to make you stay alive, and which keeps the group alive. The other one I use, with the two that are essential no matter what kind of tank you are, is Manacles of Force. It reduces all shield cooldowns by 10%. Plus, it absorbs 50% of incoming damage when Unshakable is activated, and that's when your health goes below 30%. So this kind of works right in with the Everyman too. If you get those bonuses, it's going to redirect 50% of your incoming damage. So it's crazy not to use that as a tank. That's essential. And the Mystical Symbol of the Symbol is essential. The Everyman Prototype's up to you, but the other two are not up for argument. If you have a Boo Jr. as a trinket, use that because he gives you a shield. That's the only reason I use him as a tank. If not, I would use some other pet here, or maybe even an Orbital Strike. But I'd recommend using a pet because it helps you tank, helps keep the aggression, helps keep the attention of the ads and the bosses on you or on your pet. But that Boo Jr. shield will save your ass. It randomly pops up, but I tell you, it seems like it always pops up when you need it. When that is on cooldown, I always use my maxed out sidekick. He will give you a shield as well, and he will heal you for power and health. Then for my drink, I've got that bottle soda maxed out. I use it in my utility belt slot along with a maxed out supply drop. In my consumable slot that I can get to really quick, I use chronomenic emitters because it can stun the ads around me, and it helps me hold aggression. Makes them come to me after I stun them with them. They're really nice. Now enough of the build and my straight into the loadout now. So it's Ragebringer, Without Mercy, and then Remorseful Recovery. Remember, it's going to cut my rage crash in half. You can see it's about at that shoulder. So then I hit Eviscerating Chain, comboed that straight into Redirect Rage. Now when Redirect Rage is about halfway done, then boom, right back into Without Mercy. couple of weapon combos, into remorseful recovery. It's time to stop that rage crash, eviscerating chain, right into redirect rage. And you can see I can do this as long as I'm a living. And I don't mean on the game, as long as I'm breathing right out here. So it's a really good loadout. If you do it correctly, you either have your rage buff up or redirect rage up the entire time. So you're not going to die. So the group's not going to die. You're going to be successful. And it's a really good loadout that anyone can use no matter how many skill points you have, do or don't have. Hey, I hope that video is helpful for you. If it is, just give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like it and it wasn't helpful for you, give me a comment and tell me why. Give me a dislike. I want to know if it's something that's wrong or you disagree with. We can debate and discuss. But hey, I know this video can help you. I've tanked everything in the game with this Rage Tank loadout. And from elite down to the lesser rage, I know it works. And the proof's in the pudding, as they say. So like I say, give this video a like, give it a share. God bless you. Y'all have a great day.